Question 162. Which of the following is the highest court of Canada? A provincial court. B. The small claims courts. C. The Supreme Court. D. The federal court. The answer is C. The Supreme Court. Question 100. Which province has the most valuable forest industry in Canada? A. Ontario. B. Alberta. C. Quebec. D. British Columbia. The answer is D. British Columbia. Question 179. Who suggested the name Dominion of Canada in 1864? A. Sir Leonard Tilley. B. Lord Elgin. C. LaFontaine. D. Sir John Alexander Macdonald. The answer is A. Sir Leonard Tilley. Question 147. When was the Canadian Pacific Railway finished? A. Late 1600s. B. Late 1700s. C. Late 1800s. D. Early 1700s. The answer is C. Late 1800s. Question 112. Which province has the largest population of Aboriginals? A. Manitoba. B. Ontario. C. Nova Scotia. D. Alberta. The answer is A. Manitoba. Question 24. Where are the Parliament buildings located? A. Toronto. B. Kingston. C. London. D. Ottawa. The answer is D. Ottawa. Question 17. What was the main advantage of NAFTA agreement? A. Free trade among Canada, the USA, and Mexico. B. Free trade between Canada and China. C. Free trade between Canada and the UK. D. Free trade between Canada and Japan. The answer is A. Free trade among Canada, the USA, and Mexico. Question 159. What are the men who established Canada called? A. Fathers of Confederation. B. Fathers of Dominion of Canada. C. Fathers of Canada. D. Fathers of Constitution. The answer is A. Fathers of Confederation. Question 35. Which province has the most valuable forest industry in Canada? A. Ontario. B. Alberta. C. Quebec. D. British Columbia. The answer is D. British Columbia. Question 124. What is the Okanagan Valley famous for? A. Coal mines. B. Lakes and fishing. C. Fruit orchards. D. Sunrise and sunset. The answer is C. Food orchards. Question 45. Why are the Great Lakes important to Canada? A. They provide water for irrigation. B. They provide fresh water and waterways. C. They provide waterways. D. They are tourist attractions. The answer is B. They provide fresh water and waterways. Question 169. Who were the United Empire Loyalists? A people loyal to the Crown. B. The commanders of armies. C. British colonies. D. Aboriginal peoples. The answer is A. People loyal to the Crown. Question 126. Where are the Great Lakes? A. Atlantic Canada. B. Manitoba. C. Between Ontario and the United States. D. Northern Quebec. The answer is C. Between Ontario and the United States. Question 137. Which country lies on Canada's southern border? A. Central America. B. Mexico. C. Michigan. D. United States of America. The answer is D. United States of America. Question 76. Who led an armed uprising and seized Fort Garry? A. John Macdonald. B. Louis Riel. C. Sam Steele. D. Georgette Cartier. The answer is B. Louis Riel. Question 15. How are members of Parliament chosen? A. Elected by senators. B. Elected by the Prime Minister. C. Chosen by the King. D. Elected by Canadian citizens. The answer is D. Elected by Canadian citizens. Question 102. What is the symbol of the Canadian government? A. The Parliament. B. The Crown. C. The national flag. D. The snowbirds. The answer is B. The Crown. Question 41. Which of the following is the oldest colony of the British Empire in Canada? A. Quebec. B. Ontario. C. Alberta. D. Newfoundland and Labrador. The answer is D. Newfoundland and Labrador. Question 140. How many provinces and territories are there in Canada? A. 8 provinces and 3 territories. B. 10 provinces and 2 territories. C. 9 provinces and 2 territories. D. 10 provinces and 3 territories. The answer is D. 10 provinces and 3 territories. Question 42. Who is the King's representative in Canada? A. The Premier. B. The Prime Minister's spouse. C. The Governor-General of Canada. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is C. The Governor-General of Canada. Question 150. Who out of the following is above the law in Canada? A. Judges. B. Police. C. Politicians. D. No one. The answer is D. No one. Question 9. Who let Quebec into Confederation? A. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. B. Sir Georgette Cartier. C. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. D. Sir John A. Macdonald. The answer is B. Sir Georgette Cartier. Question 115. Who is considered Canada's greatest soldier? A. General Sir Arthur Currie. B. Phil Edwards. C. Sir John A. Macdonald. D. Rick Hansen. The answer is A. General Sir Arthur Currie. Question 184. Which was the first province in the Empire to move towards the abolition of slavery? A. South Canada. B. Upper Canada. C. North America. D. Lower Canada. The answer is B. Upper Canada. Question 90. Which province is on the Pacific coast of Canada? A. Nova Scotia. B. Alberta. C. New Brunswick. D. British Columbia. The answer is D. British Columbia. Question 185. Who invented the cardiac pacemaker? A. Gabriel Dumont. B. Matthew Evans and Henry Woodward. C. Dr. John Hobbs. D. Alexander Graham Bell. The answer is C. Dr. John Hobbs. Question 144. Which province is Canada's largest producer of hydroelectricity? A. British Columbia. B. Manitoba. C. Ontario. D. Quebec. The answer is D. Quebec. Question 75. What is Canada's national winter sport? A. Lacrosse. B. Basketball. C. Hockey. D. Golf. The answer is C. Hockey. Question 14. What do you call the King's representative in the province's 8th? A. Governor-Lieutenant. B. King's Governor. C. Lieutenant Governor. D. Governor-General. The answer is C. Lieutenant Governor. Question 164. Which of the following was invented by Alexander Graham Bell? A. BlackBerry. B. Fax machine. C. Telephone. D. Internet. The answer is C. Telephone. Question 86. In which province are more than half of Canada's aeronautics and space industry located? A. Saskatchewan. B. Ontario. C. Quebec. D. Manitoba. The answer is C. Quebec. Question 52. Who circled the globe in a wheelchair to raise funds for spinal cord research? A. Reginald Fessenden. B. Rick Hansen. C. Terry Fox. D. Gerhard Herzberg. The answer is B. Rick Hansen. Question 34. Who among these is a Nobel Prize-winning scientist? A. Gerhard Herzberg. B. Marshall McLuhan. C. Alexander Graham Bell. D. Harold Innis. The answer is A. Gerhard Herzberg. Question 175. What are the 3 levels of government in Canada? A federal, provincial, and county. B. Federal, state, and city. C. Federal, provincial, or territorial, and municipal. D. Federal, provincial, and rural. The answer is C. Federal, provincial, or territorial, and municipal. Question 106. Who is the head of government in Canada? A. The Sovereign. B. The Prime Minister. C. The Premier. D. The Commissioner. The answer is B. The Prime Minister. Question 192. When was the first Representative Assembly in Canada elected? A. 1791. B. 1758. C. 1889. D. 1609. The answer is B. 1758. Question 65. What is Canada's system of government called? A. Dictatorship. B. Parliamentary government. C. Military rule. D. Communism. The answer is B. Parliamentary government. Question 99. Who among these is a Nobel Prize-winning scientist? A. Gerhard Herzberg. B. Marshall McLuhan. C. Alexander Graham Bell. D. Harold Innis. The answer is A. Gerhard Herzberg. Question 110. Which country was liberated by the Canadian Army in 1944 to 1945? A. Germany. B. Austria. C. The Netherlands. D. Japan. The answer is C. The Netherlands. Question 5. What are the two official languages of Canada? A. In English. B. Speak French and inactive. C. English and French. D. Mandarin and English. The answer is C. English and French. Question 156. Which is Canada's largest city and main financial centre? A. Vancouver. B. Toronto. C. Montreal. D. Calgary. The answer is B. Toronto. Question 32. What is the highest honor available to Canadians? A. The Queen's Medal. B. Elizabeth Cross. C. Victoria Medal. D. Victoria Cross. The answer is D. Victoria Cross. Question 121. Which of the following are the three founding peoples of Canada? A. American. French and British. B. Aboriginal. French and British. C. French. American and Indian. D. British. American and Aboriginal. The answer is B. Aboriginal. French and British. Question 7. What was the name of the new country formed in Confederation? A. Britain. B. Canada. C. Canadian Confederation. D. Dominion of Canada. The answer is D. Dominion of Canada. Question 113. How large is Canada? A. About 8 million square kilometers. B. About 10 million square kilometers. C. About 11 million square kilometers. D. About 9 million square kilometers. The answer is B. About 10 million square kilometers. Question 190. What is Canada's system of political governance called? A. Monarchy. B. Parliamentary government. C. Democratic process. D. Benevolent dictatorship. The answer is B. Parliamentary government. Question 62. How is a cabinet minister chosen? A. By the Prime Minister. B. By the King. C. By the voters. D. By the senators. The answer is A. By the Prime Minister. Question 133. When is the Sir Wilfrid Laurier Day celebrated? A. 12th of November. B. 20th of November. C. 22nd of November. D. 2nd of November. The answer is B. 20th of November. Question 197. What are the three main groups of Aboriginal peoples Inuit? A. United Empire Loyalists. B. Acadians, Métis and First Nations. C. Early French settlers. D. Métis, First Nations and Inuit. The answer is D. Métis, First Nations and Inuit. Question 64. Who proclaimed the amended Constitution of Canada in 1982? A. The Senate. B. Queen Elizabeth II. C. The people of Canada. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is B. Queen Elizabeth II. Question 134. What do you call the King's representative in the territories? A. Commissioner. B. Member of the Legislative Assembly. C. Sir. D. Lieutenant Governor. The answer is A. Commissioner. Question 2. What is the name of the Royal Anthem of Canada? A. Great Canada. B. Canada. C. God Save the Queen or King. D. O Canada. The answer is C. God Save the Queen or King. Question 73. What is celebrated on the 26th of December? A. Remembrance Day. B. Victoria Day. C. Boxing Day. D. Canada Day. The answer is C. Boxing Day. Question 161. Who became the first French-Canadian Prime Minister since the formation of Confederation? A. Sir John Alexander Macdonald. B. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. C. Sir Georgette Cartier. D. Sir Leonard Tilley. The answer is B. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. Question 118. What is the other name for a trial court? A. The Court of Queen's Bench. B. The Federal Court. C. The Provincial Court. D. The Small Claims Courts. The answer is A. The Court of Queen's Bench. Question 38. Which province is Canada's main producer of pulp and paper? A. Quebec. B. British Columbia. C. Saskatchewan. D. Ontario. The answer is A. Quebec. Question 145. Which territory shares a border with another country? A. British Columbia. B. Alberta. C. Northwest Territories. D. Yukon Territory. The answer is D. Yukon Territory. Question 31. When did the British North America Act come into effect? A. 1867. B. 1881. C. 1901. D. 1876. The answer is A. 1867. Question 69. Who was Sir George Aiken Cartier? A. A railway lawyer in Montreal. B. The first French-Canadian Prime Minister. C. The first head of a responsible government. D. Canada's first Prime Minister. The answer is A. A railway lawyer in Montreal. Question 173. How many Canadians served in World War II? A. More than 1 million. B. Less than 500,000. C. About 900,000. D. About 500,000. The answer is A. More than 1 million. Question 95. Which province is the only officially bilingual province? A. Ontario. B. Quebec. C. Nova Scotia. D. New Brunswick. The answer is D. New Brunswick. Question 53. Who is the father of Manitoba and defender of Métis right? A. Louis Riel. B. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. C. Sir John A. Macdonald. D. Sir William Riel. The answer is A. Louis Riel. Question 191. Which of the following people is the father of Confederation? A. Stephen Harper. B. Pierre Trudeau. C. Alexander Mackenzie. D. Sir John A. Macdonald. The answer is D. Sir John A. Macdonald. Question 89. On what date did Nunavut become a territory? A. April 1, 1999. B. May 1, 1998. C. July 1, 1867. D. July 31, 1820. The answer is A. April 1, 1999. Question 176. When were female Canadian citizens over the age of 21 granted the right to vote in federal elections? A. 1933. B. 1928. C. 1818. D. 1918. The answer is D. 1918. Question 98. In what sorts of jobs do most Canadians work? A. Service. B. Lumbering. C. Farming. D. Natural resources. The answer is A. Service. Question 74. Since when has the protocol for the amendment of the Canadian Constitution existed? A. 1962. B. 1982. C. 1885. D. 1972. The answer is B. 1982. Question 84. When was the current flag of Canada raised for the first time? A. 1921. B. 1965. C. 1949. D. 1892. The answer is B. 1965. Question 187. Which province has a long history of coal mining, forestry, and agriculture? A. Nova Scotia. B. New Brunswick. C. Prince Edward Island. D. Ontario. The answer is A. Nova Scotia. Question 172. Who was the first leader of a responsible government in Canada in 1849? A. Louis Riel. B. Sir John A. Macdonald. C. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. D. Alec Baldwin. The answer is C. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. Question 60. What is the meaning of the Canadian coat of arms and motto Amari Usquid Mir? A. From air to land. B. From sea to land. C. From land to sea. D. From sea to sea. The answer is D. From sea to sea. Question 189. If you are unable to vote on election day, how do you vote? A. Vote at advance polls. B. Forget it. C. Vote the next day after election. D. Vote a week later. The answer is A. Vote at advance polls. Question 87. Which party becomes the official opposition? A. The party the Prime Minister selects. B. The party with the least votes. C. The party with the second most votes. D. Any independent candidate. The answer is C. The party with the second most votes. Question 8. Where do more than half of the people in Canada live? A. Coastal Pacific. B. Atlantic Canada. C. Prairies. D. Central Canada. The answer is D. Central Canada. Question 114. Where is the most important harbor in eastern Canada located? A. Vancouver. B. Yellowknife. C. Halifax. D. Quebec. The answer is C. Halifax. Question 183. In 1996 at the Olympic Games, which Canadian became a world record sprinter and double Olympic gold medalist? A. Wayne Gretzky. B. LaFontaine. C. Donovan Bailey. D. John Cabot. The answer is C. Donovan Bailey. Question 44. Which region of Canada is known for its fertile agricultural land and energy resources? A. Central Canada. B. Quebec. C. Prairie provinces. D. Maritime provinces. The answer is C. Prairie provinces. Question 151. What are the three branches of the Canadian government? A. Executive, Senate, and Judicial. B. Executive, Legislative, and Monarchy. C. Executive, Police, and Judicial. D. Executive, Legislative, and Judicial. The answer is D. Executive, Legislative, and Judicial. Question 55. 1/3 of all Canadians live in which province? A. Saskatchewan. B. Quebec. C. Alberta. D. Ontario. The answer is D. Ontario. Question 125. When did the name of Canada begin appearing on maps? A. By the 1750s. B. By the 1580s. C. By the 1550s. D. By the 1650s. The answer is C. By the 1550s. Question 83. Who chose Ottawa as the capital of Canada? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. Queen Elizabeth II. C. Queen Victoria. D. Queen Anne. The answer is C. Queen Victoria. Question 21. Which region is known as the industrial and manufacturing heartland of Canada? A. Atlantic provinces. B. Prairie provinces. C. Central Canada. D. West Coast. The answer is C. Central Canada. Question 163. Who represents an electoral district? A. The Commissioner. B. The Governor-General. C. The Lieutenant Governor. D. The Member of Parliament. The answer is D. The Member of Parliament. Question 101. When does Canada celebrate Thanksgiving? A. The second Monday of October. B. The first Friday of October. C. The first Monday of September. D. The first Monday of July. The answer is A. The second Monday of October. Question 51. What is a major river in Quebec? A. Hudson's Bay. B. Niagara. C. Fraser River. D. St. Lawrence River. The answer is D. St. Lawrence River. Question 130. Who was the first Prime Minister of Canada? A. Sir John Alexander Macdonald. B. Alexander Mackenzie. C. Pierre Elliott Trudeau. D. Sir John Macdonald. The answer is A. Sir John Alexander Macdonald. Question 131. Which animal is an official symbol of Canada? A. The bear. B. The moose. C. The beaver. D. The snowbird. The answer is C. The beaver. Question 88. Which provinces are connected to Ontario by land? A. New Brunswick in Quebec. B. Alberta and Quebec. C. Steve, Manitoba and Quebec. D. Manitoba and Alberta. The answer is C. Steve, Manitoba and Quebec. Question 18. Which act granted for the first time in Canada legislative assemblies elected by the people? A. The Constitutional Act of 1982. B. The Constitutional Act of 1891. C. The Constitutional Act of 1791. D. The Constitutional Act of 1972. The answer is C. The Constitutional Act of 1791. Question 142. In what year were the Aboriginal peoples granted the right to vote? A. 1960. B. 1790. C. 1950. D. 1632. The answer is A. 1960. Question 28. What are the provinces of Central Canada? A. Ontario and Quebec. B. Ontario and Alberta. C. Quebec and New Brunswick. D. Alberta and Saskatchewan. The answer is A. Ontario and Quebec. Question 193. Which of the following are the provinces responsible for A. Defense. B. Foreign policy. C. Currency. D. Education. The answer is D. Education. Question 154. Federal elections are carried out to elect which of the following? A. Premier. B. Prime Minister. C. Member of Parliament. D. Senator. The answer is C. Member of Parliament. Question 171. When was Canada's first financial institution opened? A. Early 16th century. B. Late 19th century. C. Late 18th and early 19th centuries. D. Early 18th century. The answer is C. Late 18th and early 19th centuries. Question 111. Who is known as the greatest living Canadian? A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. B. Terry Fox. C. Sir John A. Macdonald. D. Sir Sanford Fleming. The answer is A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. Question 196. What did the government do to make immigration to Western Canada easier? A. Use the Great Lakes and Seaway to prairies. B. Built a railway across the prairies. C. Built a highway across the prairies. D. A and C. The answer is B. Built a railway across the prairies. Question 78. Who can enter and leave the country freely without time constraints? A. Canadian citizens and landed immigrants. B. Commonwealth citizens. C. Canadian citizens. D. British citizens. The answer is C. Canadian citizens. Question 165. Which sport has the greatest number of registered players in Canada? A. Lacrosse. B. Soccer. C. Curling. D. Basketball. The answer is B. Soccer. Question 70. Who is the greatest Canadian hockey player? A. Wayne Gretzky. B. Mark Tewksbury. C. Donovan Bailey. D. Terry Fox. The answer is A. Wayne Gretzky. Question 158. Who invented the sport of basketball? A. Canadians. B. French. C. Germans. D. Americans. The answer is A. Canadians. Question 25. What forms a jury? A. Politicians. B. Immigrants. C. Judges. D. A jury is made up of citizens. The answer is D. A jury is made up of citizens. Question 96. Where do most French-speaking Canadians live? A. Nova Scotia. B. Quebec. C. Ontario. D. New Brunswick. The answer is B. Quebec. Question 167. Who among the following can help you with legal problems? A. Politicians. B. Lawyers. C. Members of Parliament. D. The police. The answer is B. Lawyers. Question 27. When is Remembrance Day celebrated? A. July 1st. B. October 6th. C. November 11th. D. November 20th. The answer is C. November 11th. Question 97. What is the head of the city called? A. Mayor. B. Councillor. C. Alderman. D. Premier. The answer is A. Mayor. Question 168. What are the members of the House of Commons also known as? A. Commissioners. B. Members of Parliament or MPS. C. Members of the Provincial Parliament MPPS. D. None of these. The answer is B. Members of Parliament or MPS. Question 36. What do the initials MP stand for in Canadian politics? A. Member of Parliament. B. Minister of Parliament. C. Member of the Patriots. D. Master of the Province. The answer is A. Member of Parliament. Question 108. Where have most immigrants come from since the 1970s? A. Asia. B. England. C. France. D. USA. The answer is A. Asia.